And I'm live now. Hello, third graders. I am coming to you live from this hospital in Topeka, where my mother is currently. Sorry that I had to leave class early today and I will miss tomorrow, but I am here with my mama and she gets to go home tomorrow, so I'll stay the night here in Topeka. You can see the hospital behind me. Just because I'm in Topeka doesn't mean I can let go of the homework. So I have my treasures book. Remember, we do have a test on Thursday. Our story is pretty short this week. It's an expository test question. Expository, information about real people, real places, or real things. So when I say, what is the genre for Go West? The answer is expository. It says it paused due to poor connection. I hope I'm still going. Will somebody say something if it's still going? Why does it keep pausing? Is it going to ruin my story? That is rich. Go West. How did railroads change the face of the Southwest? Hola. Before railroads arrived, not many people lived in the Southwest. Those who did were rugged pioneers and members of Native American tribes. However, the coming of railroads brought big changes in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. In 1869, the first transcontinental railway line was completed. For the first time, railroad tracks stretched across the United States. Over the next few years, more railway lines were built. He's not happy. If you look on page 214, if you have your book, Caption, this map shows the first railroad routes in the Southwest. Page 215, a quick trip west. I love Quick Trip. Train travel helped settle the western United States. Before trains, it took 3 months to travel across the country. By train, it took only 8 days to go from New York to San Francisco. Moving west was easier, faster, and safer. More and more people were traveling west. Land was cheap, and the railroad companies made the Southwest sound great to Easterners. The railroads wanted people to settle there. It was good for business. New towns. Before long, new communities began to form along the train lines. Some towns began as camps for railway workers. That's how the city of Odessa, Texas was established. Shout out to Brianna, Odessa, Texas. Ooh, smells like a test question in the air. Other older towns that had been built far from the railroad were not as lucky. They soon disappeared. Then there were lucky cities like Dallas, Texas. Dallas grew big because it was built at the crossing of several important train lines. Oh, I wonder if you could call Dallas a boom town. Wait a minute, that's a different story, folks. Page 216, farms and industry. Farms also sprang up because of railroads. Trains allowed farmers and ranchers to send crops and meat to the east and even to other countries. In return, trains delivered manufactured goods to the farms. This exchange turned some communities into shipping centers. Railroads also helped mining industries to grow by connecting mines with factories. That's why copper mining became very important in Arizona. Caption: Ranchers used the railroad to transport cattle in the 1800s. Last page of the story, 217, a flood of people. By the end of the 1800s, the population of the West had grown a lot. Some settlers came from the eastern United States. Large numbers of immigrants, vocab word, came from Europe. Some people came from other countries too. Workers from Mexico and China helped build the railway lines. Many built communities in towns and cities of the Southwest. Immigrants brought their knowledge and culture to the Southwest. They brought their traditional food and music, their ways of farming and building. Thanks to the railroads, America's culture changed and the Southwest became a region of diversity. Now back on page 216 at the bottom, there's a little blurb. Terrific trains. Fair Park in Dallas, Texas is the home of the Museum of the American Railroad. It is one of the greatest railroad collections in the United States. The museum lets you walk through amazing old trains, including the Big Boy. A passenger train from the 1930s has a dining car. sleeping cars, and caboose. I like that word, caboose. The museum plans to move to Frisco, Texas. There it will continue to be a place where history comes alive. Caption: visitors to the Museum of the American Railroad in Dallas can walk through Big Boy, the world's largest steam-powered train. And that, my friends, is the end of Go West. I don't know how many times it paused in the middle of the story. I'm sorry, I might have to do this again. Well, that's it, folks. I'm gonna hang out here at the hospital and keep my mom company. Everyone have a good evening. Oh, I see some people waving. I don't know if my friend Bartholomew Henry is watching. All right, have a good Monday evening, y'all. Oh, I gotta go watch Dancing with the Stars. That's what I gotta do.